In this video, we are focusing on two-way tables and Venn diagrams for the given word. Some questions involving two-way tables and Venn diagrams provide a given which stipulates two or more items to consider. Consider the two-way table below, showing the eating and sleeping preferences of different animals at the zoo. So we have a total of 100 animals. We have a total of 32 that sleep in the day, a total of 68 that sleep at night. This adds up to 100. If we go down the page now in these columns, we have 60 that eat meat and 40 that don't eat meat, a total of 100. We have 20 that sleep in the day and eat meat. We have 40 that sleep at night and eat meat. We have 12 that sleep in the day and don't eat meat. And we have 28 that don't eat meat and sleep at night. So if we are looking at this question and it says, for a randomly selected animal, what's the probability it sleeps only at night? Now, this is a random animal, and therefore it is out of 100. So when it becomes a randomly selected animal, out of the entire population of 100, 100 will sit on the bottom here. Now, the number is, sleeps at night only, is 68. Sleeps at night. So 68 sits on the top of that fraction, and that can simplify down into 17 over 25 if you divide it by 4, and 4 being the highest common factor. Now taking a look at this question here, which is a little bit different. It says, if an animal is selected at random, given that it eats meat. It's this given word here that tells us it's a different type of question. So if an animal is selected at random, given that it eats meat, what is the probability that it sleeps during the day? So we have to basically go to the eats meat column. So the animal is random, but given that it eats meat means we start only here. It means we don't consider the total. We are only considering the total number of animals that eat meat first. So given that it eats meat out of a total of 60, what is the probability that it sleeps during the day? So in this section here, it sleeps during the day, and therefore 20 out of 60. So we go P for probability, brackets, and then we have to create a topic that's going to work, and we sit inside this bracket here. So it's quite long. I'm going to abbreviate this. So sleeps day and plus eats meat. And you can put this back to front. You can say eats meat and sleeps in the day. It doesn't matter as long as you look at the question and figure out what it's trying to ask you. So it sleeps in the day and eats meat. We know that because we focus that it's given that it eats meat. Given that it eats meat means we focus out of 60. And we look at the second part, which is asking us sleeps during the day. There is 20 animals that eat meat and sleep in the day out of the 60 that eat meat. So we have to put 20 on top as the denominator, and of course we will simplify down to a fraction of 1/3. So when reading given questions like this, given that it eats meat, we focus on the eats meat column straight away, and that is your new total, your new population total. Then you look at the second category of sleeps in the day, and you can circle that when you get these questions on your two-way tables. Absolutely fine. So you know it's 20 over 60. We've got that written here, and we simplify down to 1/3. We have another question here, and even though it's a given question, it actually doesn't say the word given. So you have to look at the clues to figure that out. So it says here, what is the probability that an animal that sleeps during the day does not eat meat? When it says that an animal that sleeps during the day, this is the given section here. So as soon as it states something about the animal and then states a second thing, the first statement is the given. So it says, what is the probability that an animal that sleeps during the day? Given that it sleeps during the day. You could actually put given in there, but not all questions are going to have that. So straight away, you go over to the two-way table and look for the sleeps in the day. This is the given section, even though it doesn't say it. So you need to be very careful when you read these types of questions. The first statement is the given in this situation. So sleeps in the day. That's a total of 32. Now, the next part says, does not eat meat. So sleeps in the day, no meat, means it's going to be 12 over 32. So I have to write a P for probability because it's asking me about probability. And it says, we can put down here, no meat. And it also sleeps day. I've just abbreviated that. And we know that because we had the given of sleeping in the day, the denominator is 32. And we discovered that the sleeps in the day, no meat, was 12. And we have to simplify that. We cannot leave it there. It simplifies down to 3 over 8. So it's very important that when you read this type of question, you look at the first statement. It says, what is the probability that an animal that sleeps during the day, okay, does not eat meat? So we start in the sleeps during the day. Sometimes you can get this back to front in a question. It's just making sure you look at the correct language and go from there.